I'd like to have these comments made public and recorded, please. Jerry Vorva, 40725 Newport Drive in beautiful Plymouth Township. I came here today in most part because of the original posting of the comments, some of which have been stricken from the report or from the ordinance. Am I to understand this was done today?
It was done this morning with the chief and Kevin Bennett.
Curious and interesting. That being said, I would suggest that seeing how the public hasn't been able to digest this new writing, it would be a real good idea, seeing how we're talking about a fundamental right, which is the First Amendment rights, and potentially political speech, that it be postponed to the next meeting for the first meeting so the public can have time to digest this new writing. It's a brand new writing just this morning. So I would suggest that it be very prudent to do that. One of my questions would be, who put the original language in? Who initiated it? Were there meetings held and these study sessions that I've heard about? What role did council play in it? I know there's a couple of attorneys on the board, because clearly the first writing here is overbroad, vague, and we were talking about a fundamental right. Counselor and other counselors here, you know the routine. Strict scrutiny. Strict scrutiny is the test for this. I still don't think, from what I've heard, because I haven't been able to read it now, I still don't think that this new writing will still meet that test. Narrowly tailored to meet an important governmental function. Does it do that? Does it leave anybody in the public wondering whether or not that they can be, after one incident, can be hauled into court? That is a very chilling effect on what? Fundamental rights. Fundamental rights. Political speech, the most protected type of speech. Freedom of press. Redressing the government for grievances in the First Amendment. Fundamental rights. Nothing is more sacred. And I think if the council had something in the drafting of this original one, or the other attorneys had anything to do with this, quite frankly, I'm concerned. Because it's clearly overbroad, vague, and unconstitutional. And this next writing may still be that, because I don't think it's going to meet the test. But I haven't had time to digest it. And as a citizen, I think before we even go to the first reading, that we allow the citizens time to read and digest, and then come back at the next meeting and do the first reading, and then get more input, because now you're changing it right at the last minute. Now, all of us are concerned. I'm a former police officer, former city commissioner, former state rep. I policed this township for 5 years back in the 80s. I'm very concerned about young people. I'm concerned about anybody being harassed. But those are kind of vague terms when applied to adults, when applied to politicians. You're exempt from a lot of that. And that needs to be very clear to the public so that we do not chill in any fashion the public's right to redress for grievances and to make any kind of public speech or any kind of press. So, again, I'm very disappointed in the first printing that anybody would come up with these ideas. And like I say, if we paid for this, I'd want my money back.